Welcome, supers, to this Biz Coach Reacts video. Let's go.
Las Vegas. This is now personal to me. I cannot let them down. In 2018, veteran restaurant owner Ron Pellegrino bought his favorite local hangout, Paradise Cantina.
Years before I bought the place, I came in here as a regular. Everybody's come to the canteen at one point or another, especially when people are like, oh, I've never been there. And then they walk in, they're like, oh, yeah, I've been here before.
He immediately found success, taking in over $1.2 million in his first year of operation.
By 2019, we did like 1.2 million in sales. I don't know if they ever did that in its heyday.
Wow.
Riding high on the success of 2019.
Seems like they could afford to get the C fixed.
They get the what fixed?
The C in Cantina. They
Oh,
seem like
yeah,
with 1.2 million, they could get that fixed.
There is nothing that drives me more up a wall than signs that are not lit up the way they're supposed to be. And the A is messed up too in Paradise.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of issues. Let's just let's take 0.2 million and fix our sign. How about that?
I think you could do like 200,000.
Yeah, just take 50 grand. 50 grand, we could probably call it even. I don't know.
High on the success of 2019. 2020 started out very well for Ron and the Paradise Cantina staff.
We started 2020 on a high note. I mean, we started going in, getting ready to have the best year we've ever had, and we had good things on the horizon.
However, when the COVID-19 pandemic hit Las Vegas, Ron's hope for a successful year quickly evaporated.
We're getting ready to expand, open up 2 more locations in the Vegas area.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you talk about from a high to a low, extremely quick.
Without question, Ron put the needs of the staff and the bar before himself.
Every time we shut down, the next day he was texting everybody, listen, we'll get through it. You got a job to come back to, I'll do whatever it takes to keep this place open and keep you guys employed.
In the last 6 months of bills I haven't paid.
And now, Ron is in over $750,000 of debt and lost his life savings.
Whoa.
So much that I don't even have a clue. I think I lost over $1 million this year on paper, but I don't even know. Literally, actually homeless.
Hold on a second here. So we went from making 1.2 million, and I get like obviously the pandemic really kind of put a damper on that, to making or losing 700, unless you already had that debt. Maybe it was already carrying that debt to get it to where it is with the sign that was, needing of some service, some 10 TLC. So
I'm sure he was carrying debt already. So
yeah, he had to have been.
yeah.
I'm staying in a hotel right now for the last 6 weeks.
Ron's blind loyalty in protecting his staff has caused him to overlook what's going on behind the bar.
Yeah, if somebody wants to buy us a shot, something like that, yeah, we're allowed to do shots.
Should we do a shot?
I don't think there's any way of keeping these guys in line.
Unable to handle the demise of the restaurant in the face of the pandemic, Ron's leadership has suffered.
I can actually see the stress on him. It's a rough situation. I can't imagine being in his shoes, trying to take care of all of us, trying to take care of all of the guests, and then still present that happiness.
It never was hard to do that till this year at all. It was easy. It was fun.
Having lost almost everything in a final attempt to save Paradise Cantina, Ron has agreed to pull back the doors, bust open the books, and make a call for help.
There you go.
Unfortunately, I need John Tafford to finish what I couldn't.
Okay, so I got a couple questions. So did he, I guess he didn't receive any of the PPP loan, or not enough of it to help cover some of the things, or is this all kind of just? I mean, again, this is TV. They're looking for an angle. They're looking for a story. So we looked up where this place is, and this place is off of the Strip. So, but I don't know what the rent is, or what kind of lease or mortgage kind of situation they got there. But $750,000 is an awful lot of money in overhead to be losing when you're completely shut down in a year, especially if you're were to furlough those employees. And I don't know if Vegas shut down their food production as far as like. Because they have a kitchen. Obviously, they're not just a bar. They have a kitchen.
Right.
And what the situation is there.
All I know is that no amount of PPE can overcome what John Tafford can.
You think so?
That fell flat.
Yeah. You think so?
That fell flat.
I love John. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. It just... It's like... I don't know.
Awkward.
I'm going to a place called Paradise Cantina.
It's a small bar in a strip mall just a mile and a half east of the Las Vegas Strip and right next door to UNLV. This bar is really unique. It's a hot
Okay,
spot
so it
for
crushes it
hospitality
with the
workers
college
from
kids.
Casinos, college kids next door, and tourists looking for a party bar to drink before a night out on the town. It's also a place where the city's essential workers like to come when they get off their shifts. This bar is the quintessential local spot, and I need to find out if they're suffering because of the pandemic or because of the choices management made leading up to it. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Larry, I can't wait to see you so I can give you a elbow bump here.
I will not be doing that.
You don't dish now hugs?
Straight up hugs, brother, and full on mouth kisses. That's the only way I roll.
Okay.
For the bar, John brings in skilled mixologist Derek Turner. For the kitchen, John brings in Anthony Lamas, a 3-time James Beard nominee. There it is.
I've seen him
Paradise
before.
Cantina.
Yeah, he's been on the show.
This bar is owned by a guy by the name of Ron. And Ron bought this bar 2 years ago. And after he bought it, he's lost 35% revenue. Wow, that's a lot. And now the pandemic is starting to open up a little. So there's a chance for this poor guy to make money and come out of this. The problem is he's blaming his failure on the pandemic, but his revenues were down 35% before the pandemic.
Okay, so then what is it, right? Like we went from saying, "Oh, we did 1.2 million." I mean, obviously they were unprofitable, right? And that's a very common thing. That's why I wrote my book, "Sales Won't Save Your Business," because people will just look at like, "Oh, look how much money we made." It's like, yeah, but did you actually make? Like, how much did you take home on that? Did you take anything home on that? Did you pay? I mean, he's living in a hotel because he lost his house. So like, things come quick, right? When you're not making money and when you're losing money every time you sell something over. So if you don't know your numbers, then you don't know if you're really making money. You can't say, well, we knew that we were doing everything's going crazy. We have tons of people in the building, and yet there never seems to be enough money at the end of the day to like pay the bills. How does that happen? Well, how it happens?
Yeah, none of these numbers are adding up. I'm
No.
not seeing anything that's consistent so far. I was under the impression that everything went bad once the pandemic hit. I wasn't even under the impression that he started losing 35% of his revenue before the pandy. So this is new information.
That's a term I haven't heard before. The pandy.
The pandy, yeah, man.
Let's call him out on anything that we see. I don't want this guy to have a free ride and blame all of this on the pandemic. Okay, I'll see you at this. All right, thank you. John's experts enter Paradise Cantina, a 2,000 square foot space with a U-shaped bar and a pass-through window to a kitchen in the back.
That's some nice 3D graphics they got going on there.
Ever been. So I've asked my team to create an enhanced command
We had
center
a Resident Evil.
with video monitors and screens everywhere, so I can see much more than I did in my SUV.
You know, I find it interesting because, as I mentioned before, even off camera, Joe, he actually came and revamped a bar here in the town/city that I live in. And honestly, looking at this bar and that bar, I would swear it's the same place.
Really?
They're set up the same. The colors are the same. The structure is the same. Everything. I would honestly believe if they said this was filmed at Drunken Donkey in Louisville, Texas, I'd go, wow, it sure was.
Maybe it was the same
weird.
builder.
I don't know. It's weird, but it's nearly the exact same colors, everything. It's crazy.
I can't miss anything that might be the reason for their failure. Fact of the matter is, I have very little time, and they don't have another chance. It's amazing. I can see more in here than I used to see inside.
Oh, no, really, John? You were sitting inside of your truck looking at this little 7-inch screen versus, like, what does that look like? 4 40-inch TVs?
Yeah, he's that's not a van. He's not in a van there, folks. I don't know are we supposed to believe he's in a van?
No,
honestly?
no.
I'm like, come on.
Hey, gentlemen, how we doing?
Good.
Is it two of these?
Yeah,
You guys want to sit in a booth or a couple of high tops?
I think right here would be great. Yeah,
Let's sit down. We'll be right with you.
The blonde gentleman's a bartender. His name is Jake. So I apologize. It's happy hour, so it's actually
Is that
2 for
Jake
1.
from State Farm?
And he's one of
His
Ron's
cousin?
best friends.
That does
Ron's
not look
female
like Jake from
bartender's name
State
is
Farm.
Melissa. She's been here for a couple of years. The male behind the bar with the darker hair, his name is Jared. He's a bartender.
Oh, the pictures are because they're wearing masks. Oh, I'm smart. Big brain time.
He's been here for a couple of years as well. Paco, the chef, has actually been here for well over 10 years.
Paco!
And the waitress's name is Aviva. She's been here for a couple of years as well, and she's now training to be a bartender. Should we do a shot?
Hi guys, how are you?
Who is he talking to? Like, was he talking
He
to?
was talking to the other bartender dude.
I don't know if he was. No. John. John was talking into a microphone like he was. narrating.
he was talking to
something.
somebody out there.
Like,
I think
he was
he's
talking
talking
to
isn't he
somebody's
talking to the
ear.
chef dude here? Isn't he supposed to be talking to this dude here, the chef?
Maybe it looks like he might.
'Cause he's got an
they might
earpiece.
yeah, it looks like they have, they have earpieces.
My name's Melissa.
Nice to meet you. Do you actually have it's a cocktail menu?
Paper menus. Every bar should be using QR codes during the pandemic.
We actually have our margaritas and our beer list here. It's all bottles and cans. We don't have any draft.
Yeah, the QR code thing
Paradise.
is
How about a mojito?
an easy.
Come on, because we don't have minutes.
How about a Mai Tai?
My time.
I wouldn't be surprised if the QR code thing kind of sticks around for a while after the pandemic, just so it's like all the costs in going into the menus.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice way to go. I didn't get out that much during the pandy here in Texas, but the times that I did go, the restaurants that I went to had the whole QR code menu, and honestly, it was a little cumbersome to try to deal with. But maybe it was just
the implementation. It's all about implementation, right? Like, what are you getting once you get the the code? What does the web page look like that you're pulling up? Is it easy to read? From a phone, like all those things, all those factors have to be accounted for, or else you just have. I've seen it where it's like they literally just took a picture of of a menu and was like, here you go.
Right.
It's like it's black and white. It's hard to read because it looks like it was photocopied to begin with. And it's just a terrible experience versus actually like building out the menu so that you can read it on a screen all at full size.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
I'm looking for like maybe like watermelon margarita or something like that.
Yeah, the watermelon's really good.
Yeah, we'll start off with that.
All right.
A little more strawberry because it's kind of really strong.
Does that get sweet?
No, like really strong with alcohol.
Oh, it's strong with alcohol. Oh, okay. Not a problem. Let me get this out of your way. Jared, can you make me another strawberry, a little bit sweeter?
who's going to
less
cry about how
booze?
strong a
Same thing,
drink
please.
is?
Of course.
Oh, come on, Larry. You don't want it to be too strong. Then it's, you get your patrons drunk too fast or drunk at all. And that means they're
That's my point. Who, as a client, who as a customer is going to go, oh, there is way too much alcohol in this. Come on.
This, look, this is, it's clearly it's overpouring, right? They're pouring out the profits by the
Okay, I
bottle
see
full.
that.
Less alcohol. There's your 35%,
Yep.
Ron.
Yep.
That's a first.
There it is.
What? That's the first. You said your drinks are too strong? That's not a first.
That's not a first. So Ron knows it's a problem and he's letting it happen.
How we doing tonight, boys?
Good.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Much.
You guys locals? You guys live in town?
Yeah, just in for a couple days. Just
I'm
first
sorry,
time
bro.
being
I
out,
actually
so-
I recognize you now that I'm sitting here. I was literally just.
I want you to order one of everything on the menu. Let's go for it.
All right. Well, since our cover's blown, then let's see what you got. Give me one of everything on the menu. Send it out.
Fire away. Okay.
And Derek, I think you should.
I mean, it was pretty easy to make them out because the fact that they had the earpieces on the side facing people, like,
Yeah, they weren't
Yeah,
real sneaky about it.
and you got a camera guy who's like literally like focusing across the room to that table for more than 3, 4, 5 seconds. It's like staring. You don't stare, but you know what you can do? You can recommend what we do next on the channel. So Ali AJ says, please do the Mad Optimist season 11, episode 24, aka 1124. Much appreciated. I will be getting it into my queue to do that Shark Tank episode or pitch. So I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, let's see what John's speaking, leaning all into the microphone there.
Order several drinks.
All right.
There's two just in case.
All right. No, perfect.
Actually, I'm going to order quite a big order, okay? So, Matt, please have the Cantina Margarita, the Rochester Margarita, and Matt, please have the Skinny Margarita because it's supposed to be light.
Oh man, he really wants to be disappointed, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's like, oh.
Before I put that together so we know that. Bro, literally, you don't build a table. It's one table that wants everything. So as it comes up, just yell 54 to them so I know, okay? Please and thank you.
They're ordering one of every drink too, so I'm gonna have to bring that in after.
Oh, that looks appealing.
Yeah, it does
This
not
supposed to be
look
margarita, some type of jalapeno.
good.
I just taste sour mix. It tastes unbelievably sour. Like, not fresh, not good.
And behind you
All
with
right,
some
here comes the
carnitas
nacho.
nachos.
Hey, can I-
Yeah.
Holy.
Can you tell me which cocktail is which? Because they all look the same.
This is a El Dorado Margarita. This should be a classic margarita. And I'm not sure what this is. Do they taste the same?
No, they taste terrible.
Okay.
Hey, at least he's being honest,
it
right?
tastes terrible, yeah.
Look, you're not going to have a customer that's always going to tell you how it tastes, right? They're going to drink it and be like, that was horrible. And they're going to leave. And then they're going to write a really bad review online. And if you're not willing to go back online and try to help fix or show that you care, which, if you haven't watched the preview video for this, you absolutely should, where we break down their website and went through all the reviews and stuff. So go and check that video out. But, yeah, take that and do something with it. Don't just try to brush it off. Also, does it look like they're at a different table now? Weren't they at a booth?
Yeah, it does, because they were in a booth up against the wall earlier. So now
maybe they
they're
figured
out in
they
the
need
middle of the floor.
a bigger table because they're going to
Take in all the
foods.
orders. I don't know.
Too tasty, boys.
The biggest thing I'm seeing is like it's very highly inconsistent. There's no variation in cocktail, and whatever cocktails you guys do that you have, it's not good.
Paradise rolls.
Oh, that guacamole, is that something you guys make?
Yeah, so we get a chunk puree, and then we add fresh avocado and pico de gallo to it. So it's not homemade.
Oh man,
See how
not
it looks
good.
a little dark? It's just, when I think of avocado, I think bread.
How does it actually taste?
There's no layers of flavor.
Like, some people are texture, some people are looks. I'm just, I've seen everything I need to see.
Oh, I'm just disgusted.
Yeah,
It's just over. Oh, they got that fake guacamole. That's the end of the world.
That's the straw that broke the camel's back is that fake guacamole. I mean, you can see his face, like he's going. He's not having it. That fake guacamole.
It's the worst, man.
Smash it. Just like you should smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm so you can get this video in the hands of more super entrepreneurs like yourself. And make sure you get subscribed so you never miss another Biz Coach Reacts video.
I want to call
Whatever you
out and
do.
taste this food.
Don't get fake guacamole.
Got the Bernie Sanders finger going on there.
Whatever you do.
Well, so wait a second. He was in a van. He was in a van. That's a van.
He's not in a van. That's a van, but he went in a van earlier when he was watching 4 40-inch televisions with curtains down the side and coat hooks on the walls. That was not a van.
I don't know.
He's filled with excuses.
Might have been a
I
tour
want to
bus.
call him out and taste this food myself.
I'm about to lay it down here.
Oh, I'm livid.
I keep saying layers of flavor. It's just one note. Well, you're missing the mark.
So let me throw a couple of things out to you. When I look at things like this presentation, we've got to do better. We've got to do better. Our flavors are lacking. So here's what I want to do, guys. Why don't you finish up? All right. I want to go talk to Ron in front, okay?
Finish up what? Eating the food that they said tasted
Finish up
horrible.
eating all this mess that you hate.
Is this a punishment? There's the
So let me ask you a
sign.
question. So you know Taffer's coming. Taffer sends his guys in, and that's the night that they it up? Come on, I don't buy that. Yeah. So if they blew it,
Yeah. You got me. Yo, Larry doesn't.
I thought I'd
know
try
that.
that excuse.
I thought
Taffer,
he would
you're the
buy
man.
it. I thought he would buy it.
tonight on best behavior, you think it's better on other nights? No. You're running about twice the cost that you should behind the bar. Sure. Easy. But that's your employees doing that. So you know they drink. You know they give away drinks. They overpour drinks. 100%. Now, this pandemic, you have busted your ass to keep them working, haven't you? I have.
And look what they're
And you
doing.
realize there are times that they're you. And I just want to be straight with you. Yeah. Sometimes as an owner, you treat them like family, but they're not. It's something that should greatly concern you about the way your bartending staff is functioning back there. And I'm being straight with you. The numbers are what they are.
Okay, so let's break some of that down real quick, because if they're overpouring, that's a training issue, right? That falls back on him, right? And ultimately back on. I mean, everything
Falls back on him.
But depending on who the manager is, that's not doing the training, or who he's designated as the trainer, if they're not training, and if he's not training putting the lay of the land of like, this is how I want things done in my restaurant, then then it really, I mean, it's on him. That's directly on him, not like it falls back on him, because obviously everything falls back on him as the owner. But also, I think with the numbers not adding up, knowing that things are so dysfunctional, how did he expect to be able to pay for these like 2 expansion places, right? And combine that with the fact that if you're if it's like, oh, we did 1.2 million, so maybe that's where like the 750,000 is coming into play. So maybe that's where the numbers aren't. When we were talking earlier about the numbers not adding up, Larry, is that maybe he's already put money out in equipment for both of those locations and things like that, and now he now is like, oh, the pandemic hit, and it's like, uh-oh, now what do I do? I already started putting money out. I got things in the works to do 2 more expansion locations based on the idea that we did 1.2 million because obviously if we do 2 more locations, we're gonna do 3.6 million, and then I'll really be rolling in the IOUs because I'm not bringing in the money. The money it's coming in and it's going right out, like as quick as it's coming in, quicker than it's coming in.
This is the mistake that too many business owners make, is they look to expand before they even have a solid foundation to expand on.
Yeah, you need the training.
He saw these. He had 1.2 million in sales. Congratulations, that's terrific.
But
what are your bottom line numbers? No,
right?
Not at
Don't
all.
take away from that,
that's insane. That's tremendous. But at the same time, what's your profit off of that 1.2 million? Are you truly positioned to expand, or do you see these numbers and you look at 1.2 million and then somehow you mistranslate that as profit? And it's not profit. It's revenue, but it's not profit. 2 totally different things. And so seeing those numbers may have inspired him to want to expand and want to grow and want to double and triple down what he's doing. But he doesn't even have a firm grasp on what he's doing right here at home base. And that is such a huge and common mistake for entrepreneurs to make.
Absolutely.
If they love you like you think, and you stepped up for them, now's the time for them to step up for you. Fair? 100%. So I want you to go in there, and I want you to tell them what I told you. That they're f***ing you. They only do it because I allowed it to happen. That's 100% on you. Yeah. And you can't blame that. No, and I'm not. Another 30% of profits would have gone a long way for you in bar cost, right? 30%. Go freaking tell them that now. All right, fight for this, and I got you back, and I will see you
tomorrow.
F word. Yeah, right. Well, I want to say, like, John has taken a very casual, not a casual, but a easy-handed approach to yelling instead of yelling and like flipping over a table, right? Like he's trying to be realistic about the fact that, like, yeah, things aren't great for with the pandemic, but these mistakes are on you, right? Like these were mistakes that got you to where you are today. Again, I tend to think that part of those mistakes was already trying to expand and money already being laid out for 2 locations, maybe at the same time, and not doing all the training and all that to get
way ahead of schedule.
Better,
ahead of.
Okay. Yeah, buddy, come here. When I started to talk to Ron tonight, I find that the failure is due to management, waste, and bad training more than any pandemic.
Oh my gosh.
Like drinks, no. Well, now we're going to clarify everything. Everything gets rang up. Every single thing we do, whether we're comp or not. Every single thing. Because, like, literally going into the poor home to keep this shit all open. And then they sit there and be like, well, that's good because the same people you're doing that for are robbing you blind. What's going to happen is you're going to be the guy behind the bar the entire week that's going to be mindful of this.
Well, he took John's advice about using the F-bomb.
Yeah, he's using that a lot.
Yeah.
Every drop gets rang up. And be mindful of your pores. Dude, like literally going into the poor home to keep this shit all open, and then they sit there and be like,
whoa. He just called this a SHIT hole? Like, wait a second. What happened to, we were like lighting the world on fire. We're opening up multiple locations. Did the producer tell you to say that? Because it's not really fitting the character here.
It seemed awfully off the cuff to me. It seemed genuine in the moment, and a lot of this seems very scripted, but that particular tirade that he was on where he included that's how he's feeling about his business right now.
Right. Well, he's frustrated, right? And
exactly.
And as I've said in so many other videos that you can go back and you should totally get subscribed and go back and watch, it's these little, like, the little problems roll into big problems and then turn into the stress, and the boulder eventually runs you over and you can't get up, right? And you start to not be able to breathe. And it doesn't matter that, you were able to do this or build it to this or expand it to however many locations. At that point, the business is running your life and your lifestyle, not the other way around. And that's why I always say, like, build your business for your lifestyle. You want to be around a business all the time, build build a 20. This is a 24-hour bar. I don't know if you if you watching this realize this 24/7 bar and restaurant. So that's a lot of undertaking, and things that run 24/7 need a lot of upkeep to be able to do so. Ask any McDonald's owner.
Well, that's good because the same people you're doing that for robbed me blind. That shit ain't gonna happen. You're the number one on that. You keep your mind full. You say it to everybody, and I will talk to each and everybody simply, straight up, one-on-one, okay? People giving shit away, this is gross considering I'm gonna go to a hotel room and put it on my credit card as I check back in tomorrow. And the only people that have been getting paid in this building for the last year are all the people that me. Well, basically, the one thing we can at least admit is that the consistency was off. 100%. There's no denying that. Well, consistency one thing, and a shit ton of booze going down the drain that ain't getting rang up is a totally another thing too, right? You do realize that we're like, I'm at the end of it. This is like it, right? Does everybody know that? Like real life. I know I don't say it. I know I don't say it enough. I know I don't piss and moan about, my finances and the canteen and everything. But like, I am actually homeless at the current moment. Does everybody know that I don't actually have a dwelling, a place to live, so I can keep this place open? This is the last shot. This is it. All right, everybody, come on, let's clean this place. Let's help them out. It's a shithole.
I think what Ronnie said was accurate about consistency being off, but I definitely don't think we are failing. There should be a shift in priorities and what we take more seriously, but definitely not failure though.
I mean, when it's hard to hear the truth, right? And the fact of the matter is a lot of times business owners, we want to protect the employees. We want them to feel like everything's going well. We got a smile on our face. It's all having a great day. Nothing could go wrong. Nothing could ruin this. And because you don't want people to get scared and think, oh no, am I going to lose my job because we're going to, they're literally going to close, and I'm going to have to go find another job, which in the hospitality, you're in the hospitality, hub of the world. So finding another job is not probably nearly as hard in that industry there than it would be, say, somewhere middle of Missouri, right, where there's only maybe 4 or 5 bars in it's so many mile radius, and you happen to live near 2 of those 4. So point being is that we need to put on a good face for the employees, but when you get to a point where it's like you are losing your house, you lost your house, you've been living out of a hotel, which is not cheap, and you're just putting on a credit card, waiting for things to get better, and you're not working towards implementing those things. Look, the sign is not going to make the difference, right, of whether or not people come back. Yes, it is a pet peeve of mine, seeing faded, dim lit signs and stuff, but the food, the experience, and the drinks, right, that's what's going to get people to come back and keep coming back. Also, in the preview video, which if you haven't gone to see it yet, after this video, you should go see that. Their Instagram had nothing but slot machine or was it bingo or whatever?
It looked like bingo, some kind of jackpots. Yeah,
it was just jackpots, and it's like, well, where's that money coming from? That doesn't come from the Las Vegas Gambling Commission. Doesn't pay those, right? They come from the house. I imagine. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty confident. So, where's all that money coming from, right? And where's the food? Why is the food not featured there?
When I got here last night, Ron told me that his failure was due to the pandemic. Right around? He was just here today. I need him to understand his failure is due to him.
All right, I think John's going to hear that a lot during the season 8.
What about the it's the pandemic?
Yeah. Oh, it's the pandemic.
Course.
Yeah, everything was great until
course.
The pandemic happened. But in Vegas, they were able to be open for a lot, a lot early, a lot sooner, and a lot more than in other parts of the country.
His actions and the actions of his staff is what caused his failure. There he is, Mr. Stafford. Hi, everybody. How we doing, sir? Good. You want to sit down for a second? Nobody felt great coming in today.
He hand touched to his elbow.
I didn't feel good coming in today
Did
at all.
he?
I wasn't proud of what happened in here last night. How you feeling? A little beat up, but I'm ready to rectify and turn the
Just
corner.
a little.
Sir. How far are you behind with the landlord? I got a little reprieve, to be very honest with you. So you were facing an eviction? Were you close? It was, well, I didn't have any more money to pay anything. Are you surviving this personally? I have no place of residence, that's for certain. So you lost your home over this. So I want to show you something. Now, this was
that a yes? I mean, he didn't actually confirm.
Yeah, maybe he's just shameful of it. I don't know.
Shameful,
But
feeling
do you
defeated.
need to step back though and go? Did he own a house before the restaurant? Did he even own a home? Was he a renter then? Did he have an apartment? Did he have a condo? Did he have They may be manipulating the story a little bit to kind of tug on the old heartstrings, but.
Well, he probably wasn't living in a hotel prior to
Well, what hotel's he living in? I mean, let's keep that in perspective, too. There's some really nice hotels in Vegas.
Yes, I don't know what the going rates for rooms are right now with the pandemic, but...
low sales because it's pandemic. I get it. Yeah. But they poured, based on your drink prices, $3,600 worth of booze. Mm-hmm. Okay? They collected $1,800. This accounts for 50%. That's right. 50% was given away. So when I look at this number, 1,800 lost. That was just a weekend. A month, 15,600, 187 a year.
Wonder what the black and white wristband there is on his hand.
That gets him in and out of his hotel.
Are you serious?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
But it was a good guess. I mean,
Let's trace down. This is accounting for. This is real. For 1 happy hours, and this is accounting for all that. Yes. So I want to show you what this means. So your beverage cost should be about 21%. Yeah. Sure. Okay, so 21% of 785 is 165,000. That's what you should have spent on liquor. You spent 326. What would you have done with $100,000 this year that you wouldn't have spent? Would you still have your residence? You know the answer to that question. I do know the answer to that question. You left this freaking money on the table, and they gracefully gave it away. You didn't lose your...
Yeah, I mean, so I'm guessing you're right. He probably was renting, couldn't pay the rent anymore, and then... But even then, there was the moratorium, the renter's moratorium, which you can't evict people from not paying their rent. So unless he had a house and he didn't take the forbearance on the loan for the house. I mean, these are real programs. Like, I don't, unless Vegas is special, I don't know. Write me in a comment below. Like like the Alley AJ. And also, if you want to recommend a different bar rescue episode that you'd like me to break down here, please do it in the comments below.
Because of the pandemic, you lost your home because of you. You know how brutal this is, seeing this with how much working twice as hard this year to make nothing.
But you should know that. You should already know that, man. Like that's what that's why you have QuickBooks or FreshBooks or what, not sponsored, but any accounting CRM, literally any of the buzzwords. I mean, it's literally he just did bar math, but he did it on a piece of paper instead of a bar napkin. That's why you should have that stuff to be able to check your profit and loss on a hour-to-hour, day-to-day basis.
Regular basis?
Yeah. Week to week if you have to, whatever it is.
And then you need to understand that in the moment, they take care of themselves and their customer. Mm-hmm. You. Yeah. And that has to change. Okay, let's go talk to Steph. Yeah.
I would say they're not even taking care of the customer because they had a customer complain while they were there about the drink being too strong. I mean, again, this is TV. It might be fake or staged or whatever. But point being is if they're pouring that much extra liquor, they're probably pouring strong drinks. I mean, they're not giving all of it away. They're giving it away in a sense, obviously, in overpouring. But that's not the customer isn't asking you for the overpouring. Probably in 75% of cases, 80% of cases, 90% of cases.
Listen, it's difficult when you pride yourself on being an operator and being here daily and knowing what's going on. Guys, can we all get together and talk for a couple minutes? I'm ready to turn the page and move on, but last night was shit. So, turn around from that. Good to meet you guys. You know I live here, right? This is my city, guys. I'm all about Las Vegas. I'm all about our industry. I'm all about this business. And I know that you guys were successful. This was a great party bar. It was a great place where people would meet up, have a shot or two, a drink or two, then go off and party for the night, or meet here later during the night. But it was a stop in people's lifestyles, right? They came here 2-3 times a week, or every weekend, or every Friday, or every Saturday, but you saw the same faces all the time. This is an important bar in this city. Employees come here, right? All the hospitals.
What, Larry?
Just his mannerisms, they're a little animated.
Oh, I mean, come on. You've watched Bar Rescue before. This is just how John is.
No, I know. It's just fun to watch.
It's gotta be fun. It's gotta be fun to watch when you're like 3 feet away from him.
Yeah. Well, at least 6 feet.
That make our visitors happy every day come here. This is a bar that was rooted in the community, had a following, absolutely, and was pretty darn successful. I want to share something with you. On Saturday night, we sold $1,800. That's the amount of revenue we took in. But we poured $3,600 worth of booze. We lost money Saturday night. You lost money Saturday night, but you made money, didn't you? What is your name?
My name's G.
And you're really good friends with Ronnie, right?
Yeah.
You guys are like best buds? Okay, so you're your best friend. What's your name?
I'm Jared.
How about you, Jared? Did you make money?
Yes, sir.
He lost money. You see, you guys are thinking that things are great because you leave with money in your pocket, but your actions behind the bar are causing his failure. This past year, overpours, taking care of friends, maybe keeping a tip or two and applying it towards a sale.
Look,
that
she's
165.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Her look.
Applying it towards a sale. That 160.
Yeah. Little blonde ambition tour there. She's all fired up. She's like, whatever. I'll get my friends some drinks if I want.
No, come on.
$65,000 cost him his home.
Or she just doesn't like being accused of doing things that she's not doing. Maybe she never thought.
She's not doing
she never
it.
thought about doing that. I don't know.
Everybody else is doing it, but not her. She's innocent.
Home. Is that fair? Ronnie, this is not a moment for pride. Had that not happened, would you still have your home now? Yes, sir. So I want.
Okay, so my guess is he owned a home and sold the home for the cash to keep it going.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I want you to understand, he lost his house. He's borrowing money to survive, thinking it's the pandemic, but it's not. It's you guys. Had you done this right and be responsible in the alcohol, the money transactions, he wouldn't be having this problem.
Baco's
right
just sitting over there going like, look, man, I cook. I don't even know why. What are you yelling at me for? I just cook.
yeah, he does.
I mean, I made the guacamole. I know. I messed up. I made the guac, but it's okay. I cook.
He didn't mess up. He went by what the leadership told him to do. And the leadership defended it. Defended the fact that it's a puree that they mix up with
But we
some
mix
other
in
stuff.
chunk avocado and pico de gallo.
And when I talk to him, and he talks about so proudly how he kept you guys working and how you mean so much to him and how he fought for you and you're his best friend. And you're f***ed up.
Just like that. With the arm. Look at everybody looking at him.
Could think of those moments when you had a choice of coming through for the house or coming through for you. And I'm going to suggest too often you guys
Look at
came
her.
through
Oh,
for
she's
you.
mad.
Ronnie is my guy. That's Big Brother. So when I hear these kind of numbers and stuff and the trouble that he's in, it's heartbreaking.
He should have been having these conversations with Jake the whole time. And that's
He already
and that's
looks
the thing.
ashamed. He looks nervous that old John is yelling at his people. He's like, oh, God, I'm so sorry, guys, that you're being yelled at, but I'm living in a hotel, so I got to bring John in. I'm so sorry. I still love you guys. Be my friend.
Please don't leave me over this. And we're gonna get a new bar. So like ding ding, right? We're gonna be the new hotspot all over again. How great is that, right? But the truth hurts. And you know what else is? You know what else? But you know what doesn't hurt? The truth.
What's that?
About Larry Roberts. Larry, tell the super entrepreneurs who you are, what you do, and how they can reach you.
Oh, man, my name is Larry Roberts. I'm the host of the Readily Random podcast and the owner of podcastboost.com. If you have a message, you have a brand, or you just want to share your story, reach out to me at podcastboost.com. Let's get you going with a podcast of your very own.
And if you want to learn how to increase your sales in your business, go over to superjoepardo.com/sales and get my free super sales PDF guide. They'll give you 5 proven methods that I use to increase sales with businesses that I work with one-on-one. That's superjoepardo.com/sales. If you want to get at me, like Ali AJ down here in the comments, I'm always there pretty much 24/7. Respond as long as I'm not sleeping. I'm down there in the comments, or at Super Joe Pardo on all social media. So let's see if these fine people can get their numbers straight, because numbers don't lie.
When I look at the sales level in here, is what I'm saying unreasonable?
No, I'm just not sure if it's taking into consideration 2-for-1 happy hour in the comp on games.
It is. What's your name?
Melissa.
Has he ever said to you, watch your pour?
That was all right. Let me go back. So that's an astute. Observation
by
there.
Melissa.
Yeah, thank you. That's an astute, Biz Coach guest here to help me out. So that is a great observation. And he's saying it is, which my question to him is if you know that means you were looking at the numbers. I mean, they probably broke down everything and then like go through and like, let's break out the big white piece of paper and write down big numbers on a waste piece of paper. Hopefully, I mean, I assume that's what it was, but I mean, that 2-for-1 is definitely not great, especially if you have a lot of people coming in and they're all taking advantage of the 2-for-1 and you're not picking up the meal, the meal price, their meals. But their food costs might be totally out of whack as well. So I don't know if it's enough to just justify that, and all the jackpots.
I don't think I. So if I were to say to you, why is it like this? I can look at this two ways. I can say, you did this, or I can say, he let you do this. You with me? So my point is this, it's on you in the end. Oh, yeah. And you have to be able to, from the other side of the room, look at Melissa and have her know that you're watching her pour.
I think that Ronnie was kind of taken aback from something that he's done his whole life. We thought we were running great, and now we're being told we weren't.
We got to toughen him up, don't we? He has to enforce standards better, doesn't he? You guys agree?
Yeah.
Melissa's like, I'm totally getting my toothbrush from his house too.
Starting to wind down, isn't it? Yeah. People are getting vaccinated now. Things are starting to feel like they're going to go open up. We could have a great summer. So I got to set you up because you got a lot of money to catch up to. And if you feel they're not 100% behind you, are you willing to make changes?
John, listen, if it doesn't work, we're all out of a job, so.
You have no choice, do you?
No.
Okay, so step up or step out. That's where we're at, isn't it?
Facts.
Okay, just want to make that clear to everybody. Okay, let's go to work, guys.
What is up, guys?
Let's go.
Hold on a second. I want to go
Make that clear,
back here. So what is that? I can't read what that. Oh, the 2-for-1 is at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., 4 to 8, and 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. They do 2-for-1 drinks, I guess it says.
Okay.
It's a little hard to see. Oh, it does say
It's like
drinks.
11 hours out of the day. It's 2-for-1.
Yeah, and it's all during times that people should be there. Maybe I don't know about 3 to 7, but I guess depending on the
3
day
to
of the
7,
week.
yeah, more so than 10 to 1.
People getting off. Yeah, 3 to 7 is probably the one. Yeah, 10 to 1 lunch. Really? Like the only time they're missing is breakfast. Breakfast. Why don't you just do all 24-hour 2-for-1? And you're over pouring on them.
Good work, guys.
What is up, guys?
What's going on?
So based on what I saw last night, I saw that there was no consistency in any of the cocktails. So tonight, what we want to do is focus on pouring, consistency, and just working as a unit all together to get these drinks out. Okay, so today we're going to be making a cocktail called the Tropical Sunset, okay? So 1 ounce of gold rum, 1 ounce of silver rum, orange curacao. Not too much, just 1 count, yeah? Lime, equal parts, and equal parts to orgeat. And then when I ice this off, you're going to get a Collins glass, Gelaine will, and orchid flower. Again, simple, easy.
Wow. Looks beautiful. It looks absolutely amazing.
And it's color, right? It's presentation. People see it, they go, what's that? Just boom, I want to order them. So, Jared, Melissa, I need you to get back here. We're going to do a head-to-head competition to see who's the best bartender.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Derek called Mel and I, and automatically I was like, don't screw this up.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Is he gonna screw it up, Larry?
He's going to screw it up.
Hey, Jared.
Because Melissa intimidates him.
He's almost done.
I just had so much going on in my head that I wanted to be fast, and
And he
Way to
came
go.
up a little short there.
Way to go. It's the story of his life, Joe.
Oh, come on.
Drink and you pay
What?
the price for this, you're going to be a little mad. So, Melissa, you won this round.
if it happens, we'll get it dialed in now, a little more training, and then get ready for the stress test tonight and rock and roll.
Tonight, we need to get those cocktails down packed. We need to be consistent, and we need to be making money. You have to crush this. So let's do this.
Well, obviously, we were here last night. I had a chance to taste the food and just fell short.
There's a lot of work to do. The food was flat. Everything had one
It
note.
didn't
So
have
I'm getting
layers
training.
of flavor, Joe. It didn't have
Layers
layers
and
of flavor.
layers and layers.
Layers.
Isn't that a commercial joke? Layers and layers. It's got all
probably.
the layers.
I'm gonna have to introduce layers of flavor.
Oh God!
Buffalo wing, right? So we're gonna add some layers of flavor. So I'm gonna grab some wings
Say it
here.
again.
We've got
Take a
this
drink.
jalapeno brine.
Man.
Let that chicken sit in there, and you're adding flavor before it's even cooked. We're gonna go right on the grill. We have this little teriyaki glaze, and as these cook, we just add a little bit, and we'll just keep basting.
More layers.
I'm giving every customer
Layer
a
it
number of
up.
poker chips. When you guys sell a drink, I want you to drop the chip that the customer gives you in your bucket. This way we can see how many drinks you sold at the end of the night. We can see who's faster. Next, anytime a drink isn't right, Derek is going to dump it in a bucket. At the end of the night, we're going to see who was the most accurate, and we're going to see who was the fastest.
Friendly competition is always good. It always makes you a little bit better. But I think going into the stress test, I'm definitely nervous, stressful.
The whole point.
I'm surprised they wanted to do something where they passed a token or something between, like, the whole idea of the pandemic is like limit the touch points, limit the paper menus, limit the things that you're touching and other people are touching. And then here they are giving everybody a token that they've touched to give back to the
Of this is stress test, right? I want to stress this out. The COVID's not so easy. I can only put so many people in a room. So I'm having everybody order 2, 3, and 4 drinks.
I knew it. Let's go. I called that. Let's do it.
Now, I'll tell you why. Next month,
What,
2 months.
yeah. Do you think they were just gonna be like, okay, we got 10 people. Can you serve up 10 drinks in an hour? Can we get to
Really
that
stressed
point?
here. Really feel the pressure.
That's what it's done. Absolutely.
Sweat off my
let's
brow.
get ready.
Hey, guys, welcome to Paradise Cantina. Come on in. Let's go. Come on in.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, nice to see you again. How you doing? What's up, my friend? How you doing?
Hi, how you guys doing today? Welcome to Paradise Cantina.
Hi, welcome back.
All right. Shoot, I'm overdoing that.
You don't have to take that over and under.
See, he already knew. He's just like, no. I'll take that. It's gone.
All right, guys, let me get that in for you. I'll be right back, okay?
And look, they have a POS system, so it's not like they haven't invested money in at least that, right? They're not just taking writing hand tickets and like, whatever. So they have the opportunity already to be able to make the money, track the money, at least to some degree, and missing opportunity here.
You're not going to have to take that, right? What's that? It's an over pour on the goal.
You guys are thirsty, right? Let's go. Let's get some energy here. It's supposed to be a party bar, right? Who's ordered that hasn't gotten a drink? So, guys, take more orders. People don't have orders.
I just got her order.
Okay, but gentlemen, and get back out there, guys. This is about speed. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Settle
gotta
down.
be it's gotta be hard on John, right? To have so few people in the bar and you're trying to keep
generate
that energy.
fake excitement and fake energy. Oh, it's so frantic. It's so frantic. If only we had some fake guacamole, that would help. God dang.
All right, so we're falling a little behind because of the wings. We're hanging in there. The wings, so
the wings.
Went out because the wings are taking longer, and so he's having a little issue.
The
with
wings
that,
need
trying to
3
work
more
these.
layers.
So partial orders went, but no wings have gone out with any of those orders.
You know, it's surprising to me. Every restaurant, when you put a plate out to be picked up, the ticket goes with it. So you see what table number, what time, you know exactly if you have everything. If there's 4 items on the ticket and there's only one, you wait till you have the others. Not here.
Hey, we have drinks dying at the bar right now. Who's taking those tickets?
I don't know. There's no tickets, Mo. What are you doing with your
I
tickets?
just threw a ticket right over there.
No. She's not dropping tickets. You guys don't know where they're going.
Drop it. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so you gotta bring it back over here.
6, 9. Right, thank you. Not bad. What do we got going on in here?
Oh boy, Melissa, you're being doubled in drink volume.
Usually I'm a lot faster than that and more accurate, and I just guess I couldn't handle it.
All right, give me the scoop. What do you guys think?
She just couldn't handle it. It's just too much pressure.
I guess
Just
my
too
question
much.
is, if this was like the same staff that they had in 2019, how did they handle all that traffic then? Like,
I was just talking to him about this. The teriyaki taste is good. I feel like they could have cooked this a little longer.
Can I bring this back with me? And I'll send you out another.
the teriyaki chicken, you don't cook it a little longer. It's either cooked or it's not cooked. And
It's chicken.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
We got raw chicken going out.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, way to go. Super chef there, sending out raw
I'm
meat.
gonna ask you to deal with it. Some wings came back raw. If there are any other wings out there, we don't want people eating them. Ronnie, we got a problem. I'm going to ask you to deal with it. Some wings came back raw. If there are any other wings out there, we don't want people eating them.
Too late.
Raw chicken from the kitchen. half orders going out to tables, so half people get it, half people don't. A lot of the food is cold because it sits up there too long waiting for the rest of the food. Obviously, we didn't cook things completely, so we have big issues in the kitchen we need to resolve.
Whatever she was eating.
That was a bad layer.
Yeah.
Need to resolve. Jared was strong behind the bar. Melissa was not. I've seen what I need to see. Now I need to close this place and go to work. Folks, I thank everybody for coming. We've seen what we need to see tonight. We know what we need to work on. Right, I bet you guys can probably tell us what we need to work on, too. We're going to shut down so we can go to work remodeling this place.
Everybody take the train.
I'll tell you, if everybody in that bar could tell you what they needed to work on, why was it not apparent in the first place? Not taking anything away from John. John, love you. And if you want to come on the show, the Super Joe Pardo show, you please have your people reach out to my people. Joe at superjoepardo.com.
Yeah, there you go.
But seriously, it should have been obvious already.
Pleasure, sir. Our bartenders were not particularly fast, and Melissa was totally inaccurate. So I'm eager to go back inside, have a staff meeting. I want to see exactly how much we wasted compared to how much we sold. I have a special surprise.
Oh, God.
The best employee of the night. I'm going to have them do something that nobody gets to do. Okay, so. How many glasses of waste do we have over there?
We have 5, Chef.
Drink all the wasted.
Yeah.
The wasted
As your it's like when you're a kid, you ever get caught smoking and your parents made you smoke the whole pack?
No,
punishment.
I didn't.
Yeah, that never happened to me either, but that's kind of what's happened here. I had friends where their parents made them smoke like a whole carton. I was like, God, disgusting. Like, that's a punishment. But anyways, yeah. So
yeah, take like 2 years off your life. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
way
that
to
makes a
learn
good point. But here, drink all these mistakes.
about 24, 25. So obviously not 25.
11. And it shows a real difference, Jared. My hat's off, buddy.
Good attitude, boy.
Well,
She
I'm
is
very
ready.
close to MGM. And I set it up for you guys to go to the fountains. And Jared, since you impressed me so much, you're going to push the button that sends off the fountains.
That's awesome.
This will be a great way to energize us for a big
The
day of
fountains
training
at
for us in
where?
2 days we open.
Oh, the Bellagio fountain. There's no
I thought
fountain.
I know, but he said the MGM, and I'm like, what are you talking about? There's no fountains at the MGM.
Well, they own the Bellagio.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
ready?
All right.
I'm impressed that I can even say the word Bellagio.
I know, that's talented.
The $10 word.
Everybody.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Jerry,
What's going on?
welcome to the Bellagio Fountains Show Control. I've heard that you actually won an amazing reward, and as a thanks from everyone
You
at the
did. You won an amazing award for doing your job.
Yeah, for going, oh,
slightly
cool, you didn't mess
better
up.
than the other person.
Yeah. And now you get to push a button.
Woo!
MGM Resorts. We would like to let you press the green button.
Sounds good.
I mean, it is a cool thing. Like, obviously not many people get to do it.
Oh, look at there.
It's really cool coming from New York to Vegas and being able to do something so iconic as pushing the button at the Bellagio Fountains.
I think it's cool that they actually have a window there. My thought would be that you'd be in like some control room somewhere, like
You watch it on a screen.
Yes, like in a basement when you watch it on a screen.
I literally have no words to describe how amazing this was today. I've always been the little baby of Cantina, and I still feel that way, but I'm honored to be here and step up to the plate with all of them. I'll never get old.
That's cool.
It's about time to go back to Vegas.
Come on over for a second.
For you? You want?
Yeah, my good buddy, my good buddy and ex-co-host just signed his first contract. Now he's an opener there in Vegas. So he
Amazing.
opens for a very famous comedian now. So I'm very proud of Jamie Gravy.
I'm sorry. Drop some names there.
Yeah, Jamie Gravy is his name. He just signed his first contract, and now he's opening for Eddie Griffin there
that's
on the
awesome.
Strip. So it's a pretty cool deal. He got his 2-year residency there in Vegas. I need to go out there and check out his show.
Sweet. Yeah.
One of the big things that really bothers me is the patio sort of hides the building, so you don't have any brand visibility, and it's not connected to the space.
Yeah.
You have all of this fence here,
Oh, yeah.
which could be signage. And then you could put some lights out here. The lighting back here will draw your eye back. Whammo, we connected.
Right.
You know, one of the issues right is we've got this back area. So we have a whole new back bar coming in? No, that bar is sexier, a little more intimate.
Pardo will have, we could do a back on the floor, too.
Have an oasis, have yourself in the center, keep this dark and cozy. We can bring that down 8 inches, 10 inches. And can you hang some kind of light under it so it glows a little? I just want to make it dimmer back there. A bottle step at each workstation. Okay.
Is this like they're trying to fill in the time that the stress test would normally take up because there'd be so many customers there and everything that they just were like let's just show some behind the scene, more of the behind the scenes talking about it than just like some and then like and hammer like. Yeah.
I don't know, maybe with the popularity of like HGTV and all of these home improvement shows,
that's still been popular forever, man.
Yeah, but man, it's next level these days, it seems like. But all I know is my wife won't quit watching, and she won't quit coming up with ideas for stuff to do at my house.
What's up, guys? What's going on, man? I am good. So, last night was a little crazy. At today's training, what I want from these guys is to learn consistency. Make sure
the University of Las Vegas, huh?
And just overall
yeah, man.
work as a team.
That's cool.
So today we're going to be making coconut mint Bahama Mama. John partnered up with Island Oasis. They've given us this machine to make these fresh ingredient cocktails and just overall make their lives easier. So we're going to start off with our what first? Juices. There we go. So we're going to go with a half ounce of pina colada, quarter ounce of grenadine, and now we're going to do 1 ounce of coconut puree. Hey, how you doing, John? How we doing? Good. So we're going to do equal parts of coconut rum and regular rum. And then this goes inside the Island Oasis. I'm going to get my tiki glass. It's beautiful, it's easy, it's quick.
And you can make another drink while it's running.
Exactly. And then we're going to top it off with mint.
Looking good there.
We're party bar guys.
Slap that mint.
John showed up to our training day. It was really cool. It gave us all a shot of inspiration. Ronnie's our main leader, of course. He's the general, but John coming in really pepped up our step a bit. And it was really nice to see how much he actually cares about us, that he would show up to make sure our training's going good.
So wait, was there ever a concern that he wasn't, caring about them? I don't. I mean, it's always a nice gesture, right? It's not about it's not the fact that it's not a gesture, but it's just a weird thing to say when like y'all are family. We're all doing the thing, we're all getting along.
You're a grown man. Train for your job and do your job. No need for hugs.
Okay, who's getting shots?
Train for the career, because it's a career.
Assertive selling. Right? We're
Oh, I'm sorry. Not a job, a career.
Well, it's especially out in Vegas. I would say it's more, more of a career.
It's a show. John really emphasized that he didn't want to lose the actual character of the cantina. He wants us all to maintain our smiles, maintain our party atmosphere. So him reiterating that felt good.
I want you guys to have fun with this. I just want to make sure that the smile doesn't disappear, guys. That we get back to
Look at all those beautiful smiles.
Yeah, they got wonderful smiles. They're doing a great job smiling.
Pandemic mode. Let's get back to that place. Okay? Keep going, guys.
I think it's awesome that John wants us to be the party bar in Las Vegas. For John to put a stamp of approval on that and that he wants us and backs us to do it means that we're more than capable of doing that. All right, so guys, we have a lot of training that we need to get through, but I'm confident that you guys can do it because you guys are.
So wait, now the mask comes off. I don't.
People that care about the job. So we're just going to train to get to that spot.
John's a little older. Maybe he's one of the, like he's really susceptible.
All right, let's go.
I'm sure
to
John.
Sick.
I don't know.
All right, guys.
Well, the mask is for the opposite person, not for you.
Cleaned up pretty good, huh?
For everybody else.
Dance for you, buddy. How you feeling? 80% excited, 20% terrified. You trust me right now? I do. You know I care about you, right? I actually believe that, sir. I truly do. I care about all you guys. I want to come through for you now. There's something special here. And you know what? Vegas is that way. We're tight as a community, aren't we? Yes, sir. And you guys emulate it. Did you see there's starting to be people on the strip? You guys noticed it the past week or 10 days? Is there a better time for you to remodel and reopen with new energy than really right now? Timing you can't purchase, so this is perfect. So there's only one thing left to do, is there? Yeah. Ready, set?
I think that's a ding ding kind of quote. I don't know if he made that up or heard it somewhere, but yeah, you can't purchase timing. Though you can manufacture timing. That's been done.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
It looks like paradise.
Are you proud right now? No, I'm super proud.
Good.
You should be. You went through hell to get here, man. Hart Lauer Signs, a great Las Vegas company, worked all night long to get that signage done for you and graphics done inside. Okay, you ready to see it? Yes. All right, go ahead, guys. Yeah. There we go.
Look at him marching into like the kingpin, boy.
It's like we're at a beach somewhere. Just add the beach.
Those signs out front. What was it? Draft beer, tacos, and something else, but it wasn't margaritas.
No.
I mean, they put in the tropical isle mixer thing. Why would you not have margarita on there?
Yeah, and they have leaned towards margaritas with a lot of their drinks. So
yeah well, I mean, it's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at the fan even. The clean fan. It's so cool.
That's a clean fan.
Nobody thought to clean the fan. again. Oh, we just
Look
let the
how
dust.
clean it is.
You know what? The fans are getting dirty in here. I think we should just buy new ones. I don't.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
What? Wipe them down? No.
No, you monster.
I love simple clean. That makes me so happy. The color and the tables are beautiful. Everything is just top notch.
Still has the personality of the old bar, right?
Yeah.
Everything is clean. We did the wood to warm it up a little. It was too cold in here with the diamond plate. Video
Because it's
content is
blue.
provided by Atmosphere TV, and I got your free subscription to that. So I got standard
thanks.
restaurant supply.
Well, it's like you're supposed to be on the beach. Blue. The water's blue.
Oh, I love
the
blue.
sky's
I love blue, but it's a very cold color.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how you frame it, but that's why I put the warm wood in there.
Yeah, nice little balance.
Yeah.
To give you 2 kegerators for draft beer. I got Crown.
2
to give you guys these
kegerators.
Very
Wow.
special soda gun holsters. The soda gun jetter system cleans the soda gun every night automatically. I also got big ass fans. Air movement is critical, so we had to do that for you just from a sanitary standpoint to keep the room safer. Blue Zone is a Middleby company. It removes all airborne bacteria
Wow.
from the air.
This is the safest place to get drunk in Vegas.
It is. Then we got the pants spot for you. And with pants spot, you wash your hands. You put your hands underneath it. And if you get a green light, there's no bacterial or viral matter on your hands. You go to work. If you get a red light, you got to wash your hands. And you have a free
That's kinda
subscription to
cool.
the bartender.
That's some great sponsorship spots that they got there, man. Like that. All places should have that, regardless of the pandemic.
You can do inventory in one well in minutes. We have 2 Harbor Touch POS systems. You'd have to hit a cop key now, won't you?
Yeah.
So I wanted to make certain we were set up for speed, set up for clean, and set up for accuracy. This is an important bar in this city. Employees come here. When we make them happy, they make our visitors happy, and our city works. And that's the responsibility you guys have. Tonight's the beginning of getting everything back that was taken from you this year. So this is for him. So let's all make each other proud tonight, okay? All righty, we got a bar to open. Let's go, guys. Let's set it up.
Love it.
Let's do it.
Love it.
Paco's
Good
just
job,
like,
John.
I just cook.
Welcome to Paradise Cantina. Come on in, guys. Come on. Come on.
Welcome to Paradise Cantina, guys. Come on in. Come on in.
So what to do? Coconut mint, Bahama Mama, and then some food.
I feel absolutely enthralled that my boy Ron is happy.
Oh, that's just a perfect pour, Jared.
I knew that he was going through it a little bit, but seeing him tonight, that actual shine is back.
Just a little bit.
Well, that is a perfect pour there,
All the
Darren.
tickets.
Well, given how much they do go through a vigorous amount of training. Given how much training they went through, they've gone through, it should be a perfect pour. 110%. No excuse.
Just like we did on training.
Oh, we got a head start. I like that. That's what's up.
All right, we'll get the rest of that out for you. So welcome.
Looking good there.
Oh, Lamar dropped his lime there.
Full hands, ambidextrous. This is completely different from what we saw the first time.
Yeah, also there.
Yep. Look at this.
Whoa.
It's been a brutal year for everybody in this industry. And seems like there's a little light at the end of the tunnel finally. This makes it a little bit brighter. And you can't see it under the mask, but they're all smiling. I can tell in their eyes, so I'm happy.
Or their cheeks, because when even then it's still you can kind of see.
Oh,
fancy.
I was going to take care of you. And I was going to come through for you. And that it meant a lot to me to do so. Did I?
Yep.
We did. So hopefully
Yeah, man,
we
you
tools
did, for
now.
sure.
We've got every opportunity to succeed now.
Absolutely. For sure. Buddy, listen, a couple months, next year, we'll be slaying on the back.
Catch you later. All right. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
This one means a lot. This bar serves all the employees who take care of all the visitors that make Las Vegas what it is. There are 650,000 people in Las Vegas, and nearly a third of them work in hospitality. As important as the tourists are to the city, the locals matter just as much.
Absolutely.
Paradise Cantina is a place where the essential workers of the city come for some hospitality, and I can't think of a better reason to help rescue a bar that provides just that.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. And if you loved this video of Paradise Cantina Season 8, Episode 1 of Bar Rescue, then please feel free to smash that like button and make sure you get subscribed so you don't miss any more Business Coach Reacts videos or Biz Coach Reacts videos with me, Super Joe Pardo, my guest Larry Roberts over here in the corner. Go and check out his stuff. I appreciate you, and I'll see you down in the comments. Take care, everyone.